Welcome to Fire Engineering Training Minutes. I'm Nick Martin, and today we're going to talk about forcing an inward opening door with just one firefighter. There's a variety of different scenarios where you might find yourself as the only firefighter available and need to force a door. You may not even have all of the tools that we usually like to have. In this scenario, I'm by myself, and all I have is my Halligan bar. So I'm going to start with my normal forcible entries techniques. I come up, I size up my door. I got an inward opening door, opens in into the left, metal frame, metal door, a couple of locks. I'm going to start with my normal inward technique, shock, gap, set, force. I'm going to shock my door, high, middle, low. Opens things up a little bit, finds any additional locks that I might not have seen from the outside, and gives me a good start so I can slide right in for my gap. I'm in, I lock my bar into position, and in this scenario I'm going to gap down. And as I gap down, I start to get a little bit of an opening here. The problem is, if I let go of this pressure, door springs close on me. I don't have an axe firefighter to strike my Halligan and set me in. So I got to work by myself here and capture my progress. So what I'm going to do is use one of the tools I carry in my pocket, which is an aluminum wedge, same size as a standard wooden wedge. Of course, the aluminum will hold up a little bit better here. I'm going to go in for my gap, and when I get that good gap, I'm going to take this wedge and slide my wedge in and gently relax the pressure on my Halligan so it doesn't kick the wedge out. And now my wedge is holding that progress. Because it's a strong piece of aluminum, I can now use that wedge to drive open a further gap. So I'll drive that in as far as I can get it, and there's three possible scenarios. In the best case scenario, I got a huge gap and I'd be able to slide my adze all the way behind the back of the door frame and force my door. I didn't get that lucky. So plan B would be I go in, bevel to the door. I got a fairly good depth there, bevel to the door. I'm going to be able to use that. So plan C, if I can't go bevel to the door, is maybe I can slip bevel to the frame, walk my bar in a little bit, and chase it with that wedge to open up the gap a little bit more. But here, I've actually got a pretty good gap. I can get in there, bevel to the door. So that's what I'm going to do. And as I walk in, I'll grab my pike of my Halligan here, and I'll walk that in a little bit and chase it with that wedge, increasing that gap, sliding in a little bit deeper. Now I'm in there fairly deep. I can go on this with my full force and try and force the door. Reach in, control my door so I can make sure I got my mask on, water in the line, my crew is ready or whatever, and then as soon as we're ready, we're in and off. So you can see there's a couple different scenarios where you may find yourself the only firefighter available to force the door, and you may have a limited variety of tools to choose from. By modifying some of our basic techniques, we can still get ourselves through the door. Thanks to our sponsor, Globe Manufacturing. I'm Nick Martin, and thanks for watching Fire Engineering Training Minutes.